Welcome to hell. Everyone here has done something very bad. But enough about the rehearsal. This is Only Connect, where the contestants are tortured not by flames and whips, but by their own synaptic limitations, and then by flames and whips at the party afterwards. I'm joined by two lovely teams who have already played once and got unlucky, so this is literally the last chance saloon. And if you think I don't mean that literally, you haven't seen the bottles under my desk. Let's say hello again to, on my right, Michael Reeve, a business analyst with a PhD in evolutionary genetics who appeared in the Olympics opening ceremony as an industrial worker. Suda Pereira, an award-winning egg decorator with an MA in post-war reconstruction and development who enjoys blogging and playing the ukulele. And their captain, Chris Clough, a web production editor with an interest in British birds who compiles a weekly science quiz for a nature website. United by a talent for travel, they are the Globetrotters. Welcome to Wales. How many countries has your team visited altogether?
Well, we did a count and we worked out that it was something over 50, although, to be honest, my two teammates probably account for the large majority of that.
Well, tonight you're going on a journey of the mind. You will be encountering on that journey, on my left, Simon Morgan, an airline pilot with a degree in aeronautical engineering who enjoys collecting and fixing classic Land Rovers. Neil Morgan, an electronic engineering graduate and experimental home brewer who has taught himself to speak Greek. And their captain, Captain Paul Judge, an airline pilot with a degree in aeronautics and astronautics and a passion for singing karaoke. United by a passion for planes, they are the pilots. So, Captain Paul, you lost to the Laslets in your heat. What was that game like?
Well, I think we started off using aviation parlance, if I may. I think we took off fairly nicely, got into the cruise on autopilot, then hit a little bit of turbulence in the last round, stalled, and a bit of a bumpy landing.
I love everything about that answer. Not least that I thought, are you going to go for crash? A pilot, is he going to say crash? No, just bumpy landing.
Bumpy landing.
That's
we don't
fine,
crash.
isn't it? And what different tactics do you think you'll employ in this game?
We're going to go all out to try and win this time.
That's the spirit.
Yes.
Well, let's go all out to start the quiz with round one. What's the connection between four apparently random clues? Pilots, you won the toss, but you've decided to put the Globetrotters in first. So, Chris, please choose an Egyptian hieroglyph.
We'll have Eye of Horus, please.
OK. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Goose. Does that mean anything? Canada? Oh, that's true. Oh, yeah, it could be that. Next, please. Scotch woodcock. Oh, I've heard of that.
These are bad things for you.
It's a type of dish, I think, Scotch woodcock.
Do you think these are all things that aren't what they say they are?
Yeah, quite possibly. Yeah, I think that could... We'll go for next, then, I think. Biloxi baking. I think that's probably... Do you want to see the last one to be sure? Or do you want to...
Why not?
Yeah, next, please. Yes. Yeah. They are all foodstuffs that are something other than their name would suggest. So colonial goose isn't a goose dish. Rocky Mountain oysters aren't oysters, and so on.
You should have come in earlier. That's absolutely right, for 1 point. Colonial goose, do you know what it is?
No idea. No, not got a clue.
Stuffed lamb leg is what it is. Scotch woodcock scrambled eggs on toast with anchovies. And scotch, I'm hoping. Certainly would be if I was having breakfast. Biloxi bacon, what do you think that is?
I don't know.
I think I know what the oysters are.
I know what the oysters are as well, yeah. I'm not sure about the bacon. Is it some vegetarian substitute?
Smoked mullet, of course. And you know the Rocky Mountain oysters?
Some sort
I
of
think they're testicles, aren't they, of something you find in the Rocky
testicles
Mountains?
or something? Yeah. Buffalo testicle?
Yes, I think young bulls, something other that's been castrated, and this makes what some people consider a delicacy. Put me right off my scotch. Well done for a point, and it's your turn, pilots, to choose a hieroglyph.
Water again? Yeah, water, please.
OK, what's the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Nimrod, hunter, could be an aircraft type.
Classical music,
Could be, yeah. Should we go for next? Next, please. Bite your legs. Hunter. Hunter.
Coming in after 2 clues, you get 3 points. The connection is hunter. Here are the clues you didn't need to see. What can you tell me about them?
Nimrod was mighty hunter.
That's right, in the Bible.
Yes, that's right. Bite Your Legs was Norman Hunter, I believe. Was it Leeds United player?
He was a footballer famed for his hard tackling.
There you go. Simon Wiesenthal was the Nazi hunter. And Orion was also
The hunter. In the stars.
Orion the Hunter in Greek mythology. Absolutely right. Very well done indeed. Back to you, Globetrotters, for a choice.
Okay, we'll have the lion, please.
OK. What's the connection? Here's the first clue.
Next. Any idea whatsoever?
No.
Next.
Pi is... They're days that are celebrated in some way, because Pi Day is 3.14.
So it's
Oh,
3.
I see.
So it's
5 to 5, 20,
I don't know what Wi-Fi day would be.
Okay, 8 to... Is that something?
Annual days.
So they're
Next.
just...
I think it's called like a pirate or something.
Yeah, so it's start May.
Oh, yes,
so
yeah.
May is celebrate those.
They're all events, I guess, based on
Something
some sort of,
associated.
like Star Wars is May the 4th, because May the 4th be with you. March the 14th is like 3.14, etc. is pi.
So how would you define the connection?
The days that
annual-
celebrate those events or things.
That's what it
on
is. They are
yeah.
celebration days. My screen says unofficial geek celebration days. But, you know, this is only Connect. I mean, that's the pot calling the kettle a geek. Why are these celebration days? Why Towel Day?
That's Douglas Adams' birthday, I guess.
It's to celebrate Douglas Adams, who recommended carrying a towel when you travel the universe. Wi-Fi, you don't know.
2, 8, 11 must be something. No.
It's going to be hard to spot because it's to do with how the date would be written in America, where it would be 8:02:11, which is the international standard for Wi-Fi. That's what that is. Pi, obviously, March the 14th, because it's to do with the numbers there, and Star Wars, the pun, May the 4th be with you. So well done, you get another point there, and pilots, it's your turn to make a choice.
2 reads.
2 reads. 2 reads, please.
Well, well, well. You're going to be hearing the clues. What's the connection between them? Here's the first.
She's a breaking out, drowning slowly off the coast, and I'm
Next, please. Next, please. Next, please. 5.
The connection is 5. Who did you hear?
Oh, the first one was 5, wasn't it?
Was it? Well, the only last 2 I recognised was Maroon 5 for the last one. The one before that, penultimate one, I suppose, is Dave Clark 5.
That's right.
My learned friend on the left here, who's the music buff,
Yes.
seems to think.
I think it was by the band 5.
That was the second piece. That was by the band 5. Did you recognise the first one over there?
Ben Folds.
That was the Ben Folds
yes.
5. Exactly right. So you get a point, pilots. Globetrotters, back to you for a hieroglyphic choice.
Twisted Flax, please.
OK. What's the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Next.
Seeds.
Thoughts? Next.
Oh, they're
that's,
the names for Japanese words.
Kamikaze. Yes, that's right. Yes. Yeah. They are the English translations of Japanese terms that are used in English, I guess.
2 points to you. That is absolutely right. I'll show you the last clue. Can you tell me what any of them would
First
be?
one is umami.
Divine Wind
It's
is...
actually sushi.
Oh, is it sushi?
It's sound tasty, yes.
Divine Wind is kamikaze.
Yeah.
Empty Orchestra is karaoke. Tree Planted, I don't know. A bonsai sounds
That is
really cool, yeah.
bonsai. Would you have known that, Captain Paul, the keen karaoke singer?
Certainly the Empty Orchestra I would have known, yeah. That's, yeah, I would have got those.
What's your favourite thing to sing at a karaoke?
Well, I like to say that my Billy Idol and George Michael are legendary in my part, but not necessarily in a good way.
That I would genuinely pay good money to hear.
It's actually on the internet if you want to find it.
Don't think I won't. Well done to you, Globetrotters. And the final question, pilots, I suspect is going to be the picture question.
OK, the Horned Viper then, please.
I think so indeed. Here's your first clue.
Is that?
Is that a young Michael Martin Broderick?
Okay. Next, please.
Awesome from
Gromit, yeah. OK. Next, please. Flashing Meadows.
Or is it? No, Ronald Garrett.
So you've got Wallace and Gromit, next, please. Clay pigeon shooting clays.
Made of clay. Plasticine, clay cord, clay plasticine.
Clay.
The connection is clay. You recognise clay pigeons in a clay tennis court. Wallace and Gromit obviously made of clay. What about that first clue?
I'm afraid we don't know that one.
Do you know over there?
I believe it's Clay Aiken who won American Idol at some point.
That's right. You can just see the logo, can't you, of American Idol behind him? That is
Yes.
Clay Aiken. Pilots, you get the point. Very good. At the end of round 1, then, the Globetrotters have got 4 points. The pilots are ahead with 5. Round 2, the teams will remember from their previous game, is about sequences. I want to know what comes fourth. Globetrotters, you'll be going first again. What would you like?
We'll have the lion, please.
OK. What would be the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next.
Tree.
Any ideas?
Thinking number related. Is it
Possibly.
5 and then
Yeah.
4, but
Next. Deuce. Oh, well, yeah, so it would be ace next then. Certainly deuce and tray are like card slang for 2 and 3.
3.
It's going down, so yeah.
Yeah.
We'll try ace.
Ace is the answer.
Excellent.
And why is that?
It's playing card nicknames, I guess. Playing cards going down. So deuce is a 2, tray is a 3, presumably a cater's a 4, although I've never heard of that. And ace, obviously, is...
Yes, a cater's a 4. That's used more often in dice than cards, actually, but it's numbers. They've come through Middle English from Old French, so it's quatre, trois, deux, and as. It's playing cards or dice, the numbers going down, and ace would be the number 1. Very well done. Pilots, what would you like?
Stick to water.
Yeah. Water, please.
OK, what would be the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Hold, who comes there? Who comes there? Okay. We need something, don't we? Next, please. Oh, this is commands at the Tower of London. Hold, who comes there? Friend or foe?
Okay.
I don't know how it finishes, but basically it's the changing of the keys ceremony. So you need to know what the fourth thing is. Hold, who comes there? The keys. Should we get the next one? Next, please. Whose keys? My keys.
Queen's keys.
Queen's keys. Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
The Queen's keys.
I'll accept it. At the moment, of course, Queen Elizabeth's keys. I think you know this is the ceremony of the keys at the Tower of London. It's an exchange between guards. Who comes there? The keys. Whose keys? Queen Elizabeth's keys. The good thing about that is it's definitely not at all silly. Definitely not at all. Well done, pilots, and back to you Globetrotters for a choice.
I have Horus, please.
OK, what's the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Smallest, hardest crossword. Oh, what's that called? Next. Celebrity Squares board.
Is this... are they things with increasing numbers of squares?
Yeah, or even decreasing.
9. No, because Celebrity Squares board has 9, and I think the smallest, hardest crossword is 2, and it's
2 by 2.
So I think going up to something that's got
so
5
that's 3 by 3,
5.
so it's 4.
Do you think so?
5 by 5.
Do you want to
Do
go
you
next?
wanna
Next.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's 2 by 2.
That is 2
So it's just a square of some sort. Yeah. A single square of some sort.
Square crisp.
A square crisp, yeah.
Oh, yes, I mean, we've gone with the face of a cube, but a simple square is absolutely right. And why is that?
It is decreasing, so the smallest, hardest crossword presumably is 4 by 4.
It is in the Daily Mail.
Ah, right. Celebrity Squares is 3 by 3, and Battenberg is 2 by 2. So the last one would just be 1 by 1, I guess.
That's right, a very simple grid of 1 by 1. I'd have thought you'd all be too young to remember Celebrity Squares.
Well, it was Michael who
my
knew
fault.
it, but yeah. I don't especially.
Older than I look.
Do you remember that? I used to love that show. It was Bob Monkhouse, and they had celebrities. It was sort of always Kenny Everett and Suzanne Danielle. It was like sort of a funny guy and some sexy actress you'd never heard of.
Yeah.
Definitely time that came back. Pilots, which hieroglyph would you like?
Twisted flags.
Twisted flags, please.
OK, what would be the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Report stage. I don't know. Could be anything, could be anything. Next, please. Third reading.
With the bills.
Okay. There's a report. Third reading.
It being passed.
Act being passed. What are we going to say? Act being passed. Report stage 3rd reading. Passing the act. Law.
Passed into law.
Passed into law.
Not it, I'm afraid. So I'm going to show the third in the sequence to the Globetrotters.
Yeah. Okay, we think royal assent.
It is royal assent. I think you knew, pilots, this is the passing of a bill through Parliament. It goes through various readings in both houses, but once it's got to consideration of amendments, it's done both. And royal assent is what it needs before it can pass. So well done, Globetrotters, for the bonus. And what would you like as your own question?
We'll have 2 reads, please.
OK, these are going to be picture clues. What would you expect to see in the 4th picture? Here's the first.
Next, please.
Knees. Oh, is it?
But are they dirty knees?
I don't know, or just knee kick. I don't know. Anyway, should we go for next, or...? Yeah, next, please.
Oh, it's legs 11, so 20. So it's a pair of pants must be... Because legs 11, 2 fat ladies is 20... Oh, no, 2 ducks is 22. So it's whatever 33 is.
OK, so, yeah.
I don't know what.
Yeah. We think it's bingo slang for 33.
Not the answer, I'm afraid. So there's a possible bonus chance for the pilots now.
33.
What's the number?
22. We're going to go for...
Wait a minute, it's just legs 11.
what we're going to go?
I need an
Is it
answer.
Legs. Parrot legs.
No, they are the legs.
It is legs 11. Where you got confused over there, Globetrotters, is that second one is dirty knees for 33.
33.
And I was tempted to think about whether you could have it for legs, but of course the first one wouldn't fit. That first picture, I was too distracted thinking, how did they get into my own photo album? But what it represents is droopy drawers, 44.
Right.
So we're coming downwards, 44, dirty knees, 33, 2 little ducks, 22, and the next will be a pair of legs for legs 11 in bingo. Your turn then, pilots, for the final question, the horned viper. Left till last again. Why does nobody like the snake? That's for you, though. What is the 4th in this sequence? Here's the first.
Takano. No, ringing bells.
I can't think where from there.
Next, please. Malawi.
Oh, they're countries that have gained independence.
Yeah, but what's the sequence?
Malawi's quite old.
Yeah, should we go next?
Next, please. Tanganyika.
Are they landlocked? Is it Tanganyika?
Yeah, but it's a sequence, isn't it? That's the thing you've got to So Takano, Malawi, Tanganyika. Something like Ghana, it's made independence. I wouldn't know. Ghana.
Not the answer, I'm afraid. There's a bonus chance for you, Globetrotters.
Victoria?
Yes.
It's the... We also think the answer is Victoria as
The
well.
answer is Victoria. That's absolutely right. And why is it that?
It's the African Great Lakes in order of size, increasing order of size.
That is it. Africa's largest natural lakes in increasing order of size. If you had to, pilots, if you had to, do you think you could land a jumbo jet on one of those?
If we had to, then I guess you'd have to. Yes, and you could. You could ditch, certainly.
Excellent. I love pilots who know what they're doing. At the end of round 2, the pilots have got 8 points. The Globetrotters are ahead with 10. Time for the connecting wall now, the frenzied mass of clues that need to be sorted into neat little ranks of 4x4. Pilots, you're going first this time. Would you like lion or water?
I think we'll take the water wall, please.
OK, you've got 2.5 minutes to solve it, starting now.
Mrs. McCluskey. Oh, right. Zammo. This is Grange Hill. Is it Mrs. McCluskey?
Yep.
Tucker was in that, wasn't he?
Tucker, Mrs.
Yes.
Rowley was.
Rowley?
And so was Gripper.
Okay. you
So
got-
shall I go with those?
Yeah, go with that. What else we got? Rush, Reed. Morrison, Reed.
Oh,
Lou,
they're the
Lou Morrison.
Belt Underground, yeah.
Yeah, Morrison, Reed, Tucker,
and
yeah,
Cale.
and Cale. Fantastic, right.
3 strikes and you're out now.
So we got Le Mans. No.
That's a snake, isn't it? An arrowhead. Oh, no.
Chesterley Street.
Chesterley Street, Le Mans, yeah.
Bulrush, is they hieroglyphics? There's a bulrush thing.
Not sure. Wake.
It's tail.
But is it cattail or cattail? Hat.
Arrowhead. Wait, what's
Is arrowhead a root or a spice or something?
Arrowhead.
That's
That's
arrowroot.
arrowroot, isn't it?
So it's a word that goes after them. Sedgefield, Chesterfield.
Chesterfield, yeah.
Mansfield.
Hatfield. Or it could be Wakefield.
We'll try the 5. Sorry.
We got one go. So
we
hat. So what are the others first?
Just,
So
we're man's. I think
we're
man's
left
gotta
with
be.
bulrush, curtail, narrow.
These could be some kind of reed.
So these are
or
the three
sedge.
we need to make a
Sedge.
bulrush.
Sedge could be with a rush.
Okay.
Of course, take that one out and put.
Wake.
And it could be Chesterfield. Then you got a cattail, bulrush, and arrowhead and sedge sound like plants to me.
Yeah, should we do it?
Yeah. Before.
That's it. You've solved the wall. You were just saying, and before you do that, it was too late. He'd solved it.
Absolutely.
But it's good news, really. 4 points immediately.
Okay.
Let's look for the connections. Mrs. McCluskey, Rowley, Gripper, Zammo.
Characters from Grange Hill.
Yes. Were you fans of Grange Hill?
Very much so.
Not at all.
Really?
No.
I used to love that show.
I loved it.
I only want to help you, Roland. Yeah, but already these seem to me late characters. Tucker was a red herring, but I feel like that was the glory days.
Indeed.
What about this next one? Tucker, Reed, Cale, Morrison.
One of my favourite bands,
They
the
are the
Velvet
Velvet
Underground.
Ah, happier with that, Captain.
Absolutely.
But you don't sing them at karaoke.
Bit more difficult to sing Velvet Underground, I think. Billy Idol's a lot easier than a Lou Reed
Should
number.
try Metal Machine Music next time.
I'll try that one.
I'll look out for that on the internet as well. Now, what about this? Wake, Chester, Hat, Mans, or Mont.
They're all places that, if you put field at the end of it, makes a town.
That's right. English towns and cities when you add field. And this one, Sedge, Bulrush, Arrowhead, Curtail or Cattail.
Type of grasses. Sedge grass, bulrush, reeds, grasses, plants.
Well, I'll take it. They're
Thank
all
you.
plants and grasses that grow on wetlands. Marshlands was actually the bigger thing. Sedgefield, of course, that was the red herring for the previous group, Tony Blair's old constituency. But you didn't fall for it. 4 points then for the groups you found, 4 points for the connections, plus you also get 2 points for getting it all right. That is a maximum of 10. Very well done. Time to bring their opponents in now and give them a fresh connecting wall to solve as meticulously as they possibly can. That's going to be you, Globetrotters. You've got the lion wall to unpick. 2.5 minutes to do that. Starting now.
Okay, so we've
Brothers.
we've got
Yeah. Schiller, Mann, Hess. We've got
Hess,
German writers. So who's the other one?
Grimm.
Yep, there we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Quaffle and Bludger and Broomstick are Quidditch.
Oh,
and
are they?
Snitch. The Snitch
Right,
as
should we go for
well.
that then?
Let's try it. And Beatles
No,
Band is the other
right,
one.
do you want to do
so
that? Right, let's have a look.
Okay.
Journalism, taxes.
So,
right.
okay.
3 strikes and you're out now. Plenty of time.
Snitch, Sneaker,
And grass.
Ah,
and
yeah,
shop.
and
Things
shop.
you
Right,
can-
so let's pause for now. Take our time. So we've got journalism, graph, synthesis, and taxis.
or Taxis.
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 Oh, photosynthesis,
Ah, yes.
photojournalism, phototaxis, and
Yes,
photos.
right. So let's just pause for a minute and just check everything. So we've got German writers,
writers.
authors, yes.
Things in what's that game? called?
Quidditch.
Quidditch.
Right.
And then,
Should we do it? So we've
Yeah.
got grass, snitch, shop, and sneak.
Sneak.
Right, happy.
Are we sure that's what are we calling that? Are we calling that?
Ways of
telling on people.
telling. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that'll do.
Right.
That's it. You solved the wall, so you get 4 points for the groups immediately. Let's look for the connections. Hess, Schiller, Grimm, Mann.
They are all German writers or authors.
That's exactly it. They're all German writers. Can you tell me the first names?
Hermann Hesse.
Max Schiller, isn't it? Is it Max?
It's Friedrich von Schiller.
Yeah. Jacob Grimm. Is
Brothers. Grimm.
Brothers Grimm. Yes.
His brothers, Jacob and Wilhelm, his brother was, yeah.
And Thomas
Thomas Mann.
Mann.
Thomas Mann, that's...
Yeah.
Yes, Manfred Mann, yeah. He wrote funnier stuff. So that's it, that's German writers. In the next group, Broomstick, Quaffle, Beater's Bat, Bludger.
One of you two want to take it?
It's equipment that's used in the game of Quidditch from Harry Potter.
That's exactly right. Have you read all the Harry Potters?
I haven't even
I've
read
not
one.
read or seen any of the films or anything.
Read
No.
all of them.
There we go. Resident Harry Potter specialist.
Sorry.
No, I've read them all. I really enjoyed them. I get a hard time from my brother, who thinks grown-ups are not supposed to read.
But didn't he read
Harry
them
Potter
for
books.
I have never seen Star Wars.
Oh, he might have done, yes. I'm sure he would take the opportunity to say... I mean, I genuinely have never seen Star Wars, much to the horror of only Connect viewers, but I have read the Harry Potter books. Anyway, let's press on. Grass, shop, snitch, sneak.
They're all ways of telling on someone, essentially.
Meaning to betray, really,
Yes,
isn't it?
yeah.
That's right. And graph, synthesis, journalism and taxis.
They can all be preceded by photo.
Yes, they can. Photograph, photosynthesis, photojournalism. And what's phototaxis?
It's moving towards light, so growing towards light with plants is the usual explanation.
That's it, responses of cells or organisms to light. Very well done. 4 points for the groups you found, 4 more points for the connections, 2 points more, of course, for getting it all right. That is the maximum of 10. Let's have a look at the scores. The pilots have 18 points, the Globetrotters have 20. And if you'd like to have a go at a connecting wall, you will find them on our website, where you can also write your own. But we are going to play the missing vowels round. You'll remember this. We've taken the vowels out of certain sentences, sayings or names, squidged up the consonants, and I want to know, what are those clues? Fingers on buzzers, teams. The first category are all actors who have played Dracula. Pilots.
Gary Oldman.
Correct. Globetrotters.
Christopher Lee.
Correct. Globetrotters.
Leslie Nielsen.
Correct. Pilots.
Bela Lugosi.
Correct. Next category, world famous ports. Globetrotters.
Montego Bay.
Correct. Globetrotters.
Dar es Salaam.
Correct. Pilots.
Hook of Holland.
Correct. Globetrotters.
Port Said.
Correct. Next category, UK Christmas number ones. Pilots.
Can we fix it?
Bob the Builder. Correct. Pilots.
Hello, goodbye.
The Beatles. Correct. No, this is Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You. Next clue. Pilots.
Stay another day.
For me, 17. Correct. Next category, places of entertainment. Globetrotters.
Amusement arcade.
Correct. Globetrotters.
Amphitheatre.
Correct. Globetrotters.
Opera house.
Correct. Pilots.
Bingo hall.
Yes, it is. Next category, plant diseases. Well, that one was black spot, but it's the end of the quiz. And the pilots finish with 25 points, but the winners with 28 are the Globetrotters. Unlucky pilots. Why would you know about ports? Ports? Going by boat? Why would anyone do that?
We fly over them.
The 21st century. Who would know? What a shame. It was lovely to have you here, pilots. You have been a brilliant team.
Good fun. Good fun.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you very much for coming, and goodbye. Globetrotters, you're still in it, still in contention. You could still make the final. Very well done for putting that back on track. We'll see you again. Sadly, I'm afraid that's all we've got time for. That's actually a lie. We've got plenty of time. We've got all night. We cleared our schedules. But this is all they'll broadcast. Ah!